just a quick one for this psychopath file. I'm just going to run through a few names with you. Okay, so we'll crack on.
Huge amount of goodwill in.
Right. Liam is for Lima. Okay. Fox, if you look at the alphabet and you run through on the 6, you'll find that F is 6, O is 6, and X is 6. 666.
Invested by the public in this particular public health project, and I think it's in fairness to them that we should set out what all the options
Yeah, all right, we ain't got time for this shit. I'm going to get you to the next point of interest. I believe it to be about here.
Fear of the virus in how the conclusion is reached. Once the public fear of the virus diminishes, their fear of economic failure will overtake it.
Okay, did you hear that? Did you hear the pause as well after? So fear, false evidence appearing real. That's what the virus is. It is fear. That is the virus. The virus is fear. Okay? It's only going to disappear when courage reappears. So please, find your bollocks because they're trying to take them away from you.
That's the Prime Minister.
Ministers and their son.
Oh, just for the record, there's 11 rainbows in 10 Downing Street in the windows. Okay? There's a reason for that too. Very sacred number, 11.
Scientists continue to see the pace of the disease slow. It's possible.
Also,
Ministers and their.
How's the Prime Minister?
How's the Prime Minister? Now, you believe... No, sorry, you know what I believe. Okay, you feel what I believe. That Boris the Spider's been real wormed, basically. He's acting very weird since his recovery, as they call it. So he's just asked how the Prime Minister's health is at the moment, okay? Listen to the response. And then looks directly into the camera. He's on very good form. In fact, he says in. He's in very good form. You can say, oh, I'm back on top form, No, he's in very good form. Okay? Well, it's going to be very good to them because he's now the same as them. He's a fucking reptilian. Do you understand? That's why only one eye anomaly took place, his right eye, in that video he released. And many people saw it because I've seen many other videos done on it. Okay? But when I did mine, that was before I saw anyone else's, I noticed it was the one. I believe that to be because the whole transition hasn't took place yet. One eye at a time. One more time.
Will overtake it.
How's the Prime Minister?
Ministers and their scientists continue to see the pace of the disease slow.
You see the hidden hand? They always do this. They always do this. You have to understand they're going from one door to the other. Is it really fucking necessary? Is it? It's Masonic.
It's possible there could at least be a plan about the plan by the end of the week.
A plan about the plan. Do you see how they treat you? Like you're an absolute fucking idiot. A plan about the plan of the plan that's being planned. Takes a lot of planning though, by the planners, as they plan ahead. Fuck, you know what I mean? Like, come on, man.
Labour believes they must.
Well, what we're seeing is lots of countries now setting out their plan for what happens next. And I don't want the United Kingdom to be behind.
Right, that name doesn't sound too righteous to me. But I don't actually know what that means. So I'll never just fill in the gaps. That's what they do, okay? You can see the gridded black and white duality tie here.
The curve. So what I'm saying is set out the principles, let's debate them, and I hope we can all get behind them.
Thank you all very much.
The political could hardly be more personal for this number 10, but the whole country's recovery.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then there's a 1 on the other window. 11, duality.
If the disease continues to slow.
Oh, just for the record, you see this thing here? All architecture, especially if it belongs to, such royalty, is deliberate. You see this thing wrapped around? That's a real worm. Do you see that? This is the proboscis that you will find on the scalp of an alpha draconian reptilian. And here is the fucking real worm that's now entered Boris as well.
lag behind the Prime Minister's own.
Why would they show you it? Why?
If the disease continues to slow as government and scientists hope that it will, then it is possible that by the end of this week we will hear more from the Prime Minister about the kinds of ways in which the lockdown could be
See, I think she started to do what the other one did. You know when she said Lilith? Yeah. Before. She called it Lilith Goodstreet.
more from the Prime Minister about the kinds of ways in which the lockdown
Oh, easy.
could be gradually lifted. Perhaps schools being able to open up again in some limited ways where children were able to keep their distance, maybe attending on different days, or how you could
See, they think about children, it starts to fuck them up. They get aroused.
open up some more sectors of the economy, but again, only where it was safe for people to be able to keep their distance. I would stress two things, though. The data that's being gathered by the government is changing day by day, and no final decisions have been made. And plans that are being talked about behind closed doors are therefore very much about the how, not necessarily the when. And
Do you hear that? They have to fucking tell you stuff. They have to, or it won't work. Okay? Look at her face. Do not trust what these cunts are telling you, okay? They want you dead. They want me dead, okay? Might sound full on. That's because it is. What did she just tell you? They're planning behind closed doors, not necessarily when, but how. She didn't tell you what it is that they're planning, or how they're planning it. They're just telling you they are planning it and it's behind closed doors. What that means is fuck off, you can't see, you're not part of the club, okay? But we let them do this to us. One more time, brothers and sisters.
no final decisions have been made, and plans that are being talked about behind closed doors are therefore very much about the how, not necessarily the when, and being sketched out in pencil.
See the how and the when of what? They're not telling you, but they are telling you. Do you see what I'm saying? The how and the when of the psychological operation that is in place for this new world order to be put in place. That's what she's talking about. Not the fucking virus. We're the virus. That's why they're trying to wipe us out.
Rather than being made final in ink.
Laura, many thanks again. Laura Kinswick there with the latest for us at Westminster.
Final in ink. The octopus, smokescreen, the mother.
Well, the Chancellor has announced a new
The words they use mirror the lifestyles they lead.
loan scheme for small businesses, which will be fully backed by the government. Businesses will be able to access up to £50,000 within as little as
5 for slavery and death. Also for disorder.
24 hours. The scheme
24. 2 and 6. Sorry, 2 and 4, 6. Sold the man the omnipotent number.
was in effect devised after concerns were
Together you have 11.
expressed about the slow pace of the existing rescue scheme to help firms get through the crisis. Our economics editor, Faisal Islam, has more details.
In an office in Leeds. Good afternoon, you're through to HMRC.
See them eyes? This is how you can tell that they're crisis actors. Okay? Because they can't fucking act. That is a sign of someone trying to act and knowing they can't, okay?
Hey, how can I help you? Social distancing civil servants saving livelihoods. They're part
They never lie, the eyes. They never lie.
of the team who, within a month, have started to pay the wages of 4 million.
Now, that's not just a mythical saying. The reason they never lie is because your retinas they are connected to a part of the brain that feels and doesn't feel, okay? It's your visual cortex, your creative cortex. That's why you can read the eyes and tell if someone's telling the truth or lying. Do you understand? They're connected. The same way that you move one eye, the other one moves with it. Usually. If you know what I mean.
British workers.
Had more than 500,000 applications.
Canaanite. Look at the features. Look at the facial expressions. Look at the aura. The aura is another thing, by the way. It's always black. As black as the attire that they wear to pay homage to their Saturnalia. Okay? See this? With the rings all over it?
We have
Angel. Angela is angel. Okay? Mac means something too, but I can't quite remember what. Okay. I believe it means secondary, but I could be wrong. So secondary angel, fallen angel. Yeah. Number 2.
Paid out. We are paying out more than £4.5 billion worth of support to businesses, and we are managing to keep people employed.
The job scheme already extended by a month. The Chancellor has had to adopt the business loans element.
So this is a Kabbalist Canaanite. Okay, he's always got the lace bracelet, the red Kabbalah bracelet. Okay, trust him?
Of his rescue package, with another new scheme for small business micro loans.
Today we announced a brand new loan scheme for the smaller businesses. They will
Sun worship.
be able to get up to £50,000, quarter of their revenue, for the
Canaanite.
businesses. They will be able to get up to £50,000, quarter of their revenue, very easily with a
Son
simple
of Cain.
form, standardised, and hopefully have the money in their accounts within 24 hours.
So these
6,
bank loans
omnipotent number. Soul of man.
are 100% backed by government, worth up to £50,000, and
Another 6 here. See it? And another 6 here. 666. 2 for duality.
could be available within a day. And in the first year, no repayments are needed. That's badly needed at businesses. Support.
Perish. Understand?
Well beyond this initial period. We're going to need support over the next 12 months and beyond. So how long a loss-making business can be sustained after the lockdowns being lifted is really the question.
Yeah. The real question is, how the fuck do you think you can act? And how the fuck do they allow someone that can't on television? Because it is television. Okay? As long as you're lying, you get on.
As this coronavirus crisis endures, here at the heart of the Treasury, another rescue scheme for the economy, this time focused at getting cash as quickly as possible to the smallest.
Yeah, all right, mate.
The argument
The economy is going to, and that is
economy is going to be there.
See the bow arches? In the last one, I believe it was the Masonic pillars, if I'm not mistaken. Give me one moment. Doesn't matter. You get the point.
their jobs, their incomes, and pays for our public services. About 5 tests that we have to meet before we can think about moving to phase 2. We're not there yet.
No contradiction here between rescuing lives and rescuing
Yeah, they're not there yet.
jobs and many businesses.
sort of normality returns. The numbers are so big, the hits are so big, we really need to move more.
That's what I was looking for. You see that? The lies in the eyes. Realise. You see? Watch again.
Sort of normality returns. The numbers are so
One,
big, the hits
two,
are so big,
three.
we really need to move more
Boom.
quickly.
See it? Real eyes. Realise. Real lies.
Returns. The numbers are so big, the hits are so big, we really need to move more quickly. What do you say to those people?
We absolutely need a thriving economy, not least because
Quickly. What do you say to those people? The numbers are so big, the hits are so big, we really need to move more quickly. What do you say to those people?
Canaanite. That's what I say to the people. They never will.